The experiment which we are going to do is speed control of a DC shunt motor. So this is the circuit diagram corresponding to the experiment. So here we have a shunt motor. The armature of the motor is given here and the field is connected in parallel with the armature. So it's a shunt motor. And if you see here the circuit diagram, from the supply it is going through the starter to the armature, and a rheostat is connected to the armature, and a rheostat is connected to the field. And to measure the field current, you have an ammeter here. To measure the armature voltage, a voltmeter is connected across the armature. Now when you start the experiment, as an initial condition, the field rheostat should be kept in the minimum resistance position and the armature rheostat should be kept in the maximum resistance position. So I'll just brief you the theory behind the speed control of this DC motor. So if you see here, the back EMF, you know that for a motor, voltage will be induced, which is called a back EMF, and the back EMF of the DC motor, a shunt motor, the equation is given as EB is equal to VA minus IARA. That is, VA is the voltage which comes across the armature, IA is the armature current, and RA is the armature resistance. Also we know that the EMF induced is proportional to KB into phi into omega m, that is, whereas phi is the flux, KB is the constant, and omega m is the angular speed. So if you equate these two, that is, two relationships are there, one in terms of voltage, another you have in terms of the flux and the speed. So if you equate both, and when you substitute for omega, 2 pi n by 60, where n is the speed of the machine in RPM, and if you take the speed on one side of the equation and bring all the other parameters on the other side, we have equated all the constants of the equation in terms of k, that is your 60, this 2, pi, kb, all these are constants. So that is equivalently represented as capital K. And then the remaining parameters, so the equation for speed is n is equal to VA minus IARA by K phi. Now if you see this equation, you know that the speed n is dependent on the armature voltage and the armature resistance and the flux for a particular current. So that means we can vary the speed by utilizing this equation. So how can we vary the speed? We can either vary the speed by changing the armature voltage, or we can vary the speed by changing the armature resistance, or we can vary the speed by changing the flux. So usually by the method wherein we are changing the armature resistance for a change in speed is not advised, because if you are going to increase the resistance, that is going to lead to a higher power loss. So this method, that is the variation of speed with respect to change in resistance, is usually not preferred. So now we are left with two methods. The one method wherein we vary the armature voltage, and the second method wherein we vary the speed. So the first method is called the armature control method of speed, and the second method is called the field control method. So that means by varying the armature voltage, we are varying the speed, and by varying the field or the flux, or in fact the field current, we are varying the speed. So those two methods we will be studying in this today's experiment. So first I'll explain about the armature control method. So I already told you, once you start once you do the connections, you have to keep the field rheostat in the minimum resistance position, armature rheostat in the maximum resistance position. Now in armature control method, we are actually varying the armature voltage. So what you have to do, when you start the machine, you have to adjust the field rheostat and keep the field current value to a particular value. Say IF is equal to, say, 0.4 ampere. And then you are adjusting the field, the rheostat which is connected to the armature, and you are varying the armature voltage and noting down the speed at various armature voltages. So by varying this rheostat, you note down the armature voltage and the corresponding speed. So a set of readings will be taken. Again, if you want to take another set of readings for a different field current, you have to again bring this rheostat, adjust this rheostat. Say your second field current, say IF2 is 0.8 ampere. You won't disturb this rheostat after fixing the field current. Again, you vary this rheostat, take different sets of armature voltage and corresponding speed. So that is your armature control method. Now the second one, which is the field control method, what we are doing is we are varying the field current. So while varying the field current, you are fixing the armature voltage. So once you start the machine, What you do is you adjust this the rheostat which is connected to the armature and set a particular armature voltage. Say VA is equal to 150 volt, and then you are varying the field rheostat and taking different field current values. Corresponding speed will be noted. Again, if you want to take it for a different set of armature voltage, you have to again adjust the rheostat. Say keep your armature voltage at say 190 volt, and then don't disturb this rheostat. Again, adjust the field rheostat, take different sets of field current, corresponding speed. So you get two sets of values for each field control method and armature control method. With that, you can plot the graph.
Now we have turned on the supply and we are going to start the machine. So starter is used to start the machine. Okay. Now you can see the machine is running at a speed. The voltage is so in this method, first we are going to do armature control method where we are going to fix the field current. So by adjusting the field rheostat, we are going to fix the field current. So now the field current is around 1.2 ampere. So we are going to set it to a different value by adjusting the field rheostat. Say for example 0.9 we can set. Okay. So now field current is set to 0.9 ampere. Now by varying the armature rheostat, we are going to measure the readings. So armature rheostat is varied. So first value 150 volt and the speed is 974 rpm. Now we are varying the voltage. It's 160 volt. The speed is 1064 rpm. Now again we are varying the armature rheostat. (170 volt) and 1134 rpm. Now it's 190 volt, 1262 rpm. Now it's 200 volt and 1341 rpm. Two not 5 volt and 1387 rpm. Two 215 volt, 1437 rpm. Okay, now 220 volt, 1469 rpm, 469 rpm. So this is for the field current setting of 0.9 ampere. So again we have to bring back the armature resistance to the original position, that is to its maximum position, and then we are going to set a new value of the field current. Say for example, now the field current is set to 0.8 ampere. Now the first set of reading 1012 rpm with an armature voltage of 150 volt. Now we are adjusting the armature resistance. We are increasing the armature voltage. Now it's 160 volt and 1110 rpm, 113 rpm. Now the next reading is 170 volt, 1166 RPM. It's 180 volt. The corresponding speed is 1240 RPM. Now next set of reading. 190 volt and the corresponding speed is 1316 RPM. Two 200 volt, 1387 RPM. 210 volt, 1463 RPM. 215 volt, 1500 RPM. And again we have to bring back the rheostat to the maximum position. So this method of controlling the speed is called armature control method, where we have fixed the field rheostat. Now again we have to adjust the field rheostat to its minimum resistance position. So the next method of speed control is field control method, where we are going to fix the armature voltage and vary the field current. So armature voltage is fixed at 220 volt first. So we are going to adjust the armature resistance, fix the voltage to 220 volt. Yes. So 220 volt is kept. Now field current and the speed is to be noted down. So you can see this field current is 1.1 ampere and the speed is 1400 RPM, 399 or 400. Now we are adjusting the field rheostat. Now the current is reduced to 1.05. 1 ampere, it's almost 1423 RPM. So it's 0.94, 1457. So it's 0.84, 1499. 0.78, 1526. 0.7 amperes, 1570 RPM. 0.64, 1627 RPM. So this is one set of reading. Now again we have to adjust the field rheostat back to its position, to the minimum resistance position, and we are going to set a voltage to a different value. So armature voltage we are going to set it to 190 volt. 190. So now the voltage is set to 190 volt. The first set of reading is 1.08 and the speed is 1211. Now again we have to adjust the field rheostat. 1.02, 1224 RPM. Now we are adjusting the field current. Now the current is 0.96 and the speed is 1243. .88 and the speed is 1271 RPM. 0.78 and the speed is 1317 rpm. It's 0.7, 1359 rpm. Point 6, 1409 rpm. So now the current is 0.5 ampere and the speed is 86 rpm. Now the field current is 0.48 and the speed is 1522 rpm. So the set of readings are enough. We have to bring back the rheostat to its initial position, that is field rheostat to its minimum position and the armature rheostat to its maximum position, and then we have to turn off the supply. Yes. So for armature control method, the plot is going to be between the armature voltage and the speed for a different set of field currents. So in the x-axis we will be taking the armature voltage and on the y-axis we will be taking the speed in rpm. For different values of field current, whatever we have measured, we have to plot the graph. Same way for the field control method, field current is taken on the x-axis, speed on the y-axis, and for different values of the armature voltage, we are getting two sets of curves. So this is how we have to perform the speed control of DC shunt motor. Thank you.